Welcome to the Bushido Gang. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Attack on Samurai, bringing you all another Pokemon Showdown live for y'all in the old gens. We're gonna be playing some GSC this time. Since I did promise that I was going to do some more GSC, so expect some more GSC actually this week or later on this week. But yeah, we're playing some GSC. Team I have for y'all is going to be a stall team. Now, I did mention the last time I recorded GSC that I wanted to do some stall. So this is the stall team that I mentioned. Um, so I've been playing around with this stall team for a couple of Well, actually, the last time I tried to attempt to record, that was when I actually started using this team. So that was like I think Friday. I think like Friday, like last Friday. That's when I actually started to use his team, and I have to say that GSC stall doesn't really feel like stall to me. It feels more like modern day balance, um, which is very weird to say, but when we get through the vid, I'll explain it as we go along. But basically, stall feels like balance in GSC to me, just because the mons, like there's breakers on stall, but there's also like the mons that are there to handle Snorlax and even deal with the electric types. So it kind of balances out in a way, in my opinion. But again, we'll dive more into it. So before we get started with this one, please make sure to leave a like and comment on the video, letting me know what do you think about stall in general. Like it doesn't matter what generation. Again, going from this generation all the way up to Gen 8, what do you think about stall, and is that your favorite playstyle? Why or why not? How do you handle it? How do you handle it? Um, and all that. I'd like to know that in the comments below. Like just your general thoughts about stall. Cause stall is always like a topic that a lot of players just hate talking about because it's just not the playstyle that they prefer. And that's the same thing with me. I really don't like playing stall. At least like in the newer generations. But even here, I don't really like it either. But again, we'll dive into it. So just a breakdown of the team real quick. So let me go to Gen 2. So here we go. Also, I'm gonna put the music on soon. I just wanted to actually like have a 1-to-1 with y'all first before we actually get in with the music. So we got Raikou, Snorlax, Fortress, Starmie, Titar, and Skarmory. So Raikou is very important for stall teams because um in case you didn't know, electric types in GSC are very dominant because they pretty much just pressure through everything that's not a ground type, and that's quite a good chunk of the metagame, to be fair. So Thunder is practically free on a lot of mons in the metagame, so that's why you see like Raikou and Zapdos being like top tier. Uh, Raikou's job is to wall Zapdos and opposing Raikou, so that's basically why it's here on this team, to be the wall to both of them. Uh, we have Thunder and HP Water. So Thunder's going to be there for hitting, again, opposing, or for hitting like Zapdos, getting the most amount of damage on it. And HP Water's going to be there for chipping, or for being able to catch like ground and steel types, or the ground types. So again, catching Marowak, catching Nidoking, even catching Golem, and or hitting Golem super effectively and hitting Steelix super effectively are both very, very good for a team like this. Then we have Rest Sleep Talk, which is there to make sure that Raikou can stay alive throughout the game and still be the wall it needs to be for the special attackers, but mostly for Zapdos and opposing Raikou. So yeah, then we have Lax. Lax is going to be rocking a Cursed Double-Edged set. This set works very well with the Suit Trapper. So with T-Tar, which actually has Pursuit, we can trap Gengar and Mischievous, and then this Lax set just kind of goes crazy. so so yeah. Once the ghost type is gone, then Elastic just kind of does what it does and just can pretty much steamroll through a lot of teams. Then we have Fortress, which is rocking Spikes, Toxic, Rapid Spin, and HP Fire. So Fortress's job is to get Spikes down and also to apply pressure with Toxic. So Toxic can help against Lax to some extent if it's not a Fire Lax. If it's not Fire Lax, we can actually Toxic it. Or at least keep it chipped with Toxic. But also Toxic is pretty good for hitting, like Cloyster on the switch in, or just hitting a water type. That could be a problem for the team. So being able to hit those switch ins is very, very nice. We have Spin to remove Spikes on our side because Spikes suck. And then we have HP Fire, which is there to hit opposing fortress and also like other steel types and also the grasses as well. So being able to hit fortress or being able to hit opposing fortress, being able to hit Skarmory, Steelix, Executor, all those mons is very, very nice. Then we have Starmie, which is running a Surf subset. So this set is pretty important because this actually allows Starmie to be kind of a mini stall breaker, since it can surf through most of its checks pretty well. Surf can pressure through even lax somewhat well, since surf does like up to 21%. So if you add spikes onto that, that's around that's a little over 30%. So that surf damage can definitely go a long way. And there's also the chances of crits as well. So Starmie can be a very effective of surf mon or water type or an offensive water type with surf just to pressure through those mons. Substitute's good for also stalling out PP from the opponent. And then we have Rapid Spin to remove spikes as well. So pretty much running two Rapid Spinners. Then we have Recover to keep Starmie healthy and make sure that it can have its longevity throughout the game. Then we have Tar. So Tar's gonna be rocking Rock Slide, Suit, Roar, and Rest. So Rock Slide is important because I want to be able to pressure through Zapdos and other flying types, especially hitting Charizard. That's also pretty good too, since Charizard well, I mean, it's not good, but it's kind of around. So having Slide for that's pretty good. Suit's also good for, again, like I said, trapping the ghost. So if we can trap Gengar or Mischievous, then that's pretty much T-Tar's job. Then we have Roar to force things out and get some chip going too with spikes. So that can be very, very good for chipping the opponent even further, which will help with Raikou putting these mons into Thunder range or even help out with Starmie. Then we have Rest to keep T-Tar healthy. So Rest is important because in case we're going to be fighting a Lax that has a fire coverage move, that would also be known as a Fire Lax. We want to be able to keep Tar healthy enough for that variant, because that kind of variant can actually kind of hurt my team really hard. So that's why I have Rest here for it. And then we have Skarmory. So Skarmory is going to be the defensive wall, pretty much one of the main answers to non-Fire Lax Snorlax, as we'll be able to Whirlwind it out and pretty much force it to take some spike damage, which is the whole thing. We can curse up on it too, so that way Snorlax can't out damage us, and we can just phase it around as much as we can. Especially if it's if the mon is still like surrounded with its teammates. Because if it's just by itself, then Lax by itself can definitely be annoying. But Skarmory can handle it with Sleep Talk plus Rest. So yeah. That's that. By the way, this is not my team. I actually got the team from Cherry, but this team has been around for a while, actually. It's funny because when I was playing for Pokemon Perfect League or PPL, I ran into this team twice, and they were both used by two different players. Or I mean, yeah, well, they were both used by two different players. But there was just some slight differences. Like I think Starmie had Psychic or something on one of the opponent's teams, or they had like Toxic, something like that. But it was basically the same style. So the reason why I want to use Stall is because I actually want to learn how to beat it. so that's why I'm using Stall here, because I want to actually like learn how to use it and know how to like function around it, and also try to understand my opponent's reactions too. So that way again, I can know how to play around it, and how to like handle offense. So yeah, anyways, let's dive in and let's get some games, shall we? Again, as I'm recording, it is a Wednesday for me, so you guys will see this today, along with probably the RU vid that I posted today too, which should have been up for Tuesday, which again I do apologize for. But yeah, let's dive in and get some GSC games. Let's see if we can actually get a couple GSC games. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, pretty excited for this one. Again, I'm not really a fan of Stall, but for some reason this team doesn't feel like Stall to me. Now when I say like this team doesn't feel like Stall, like I said before, the team has like offensive presence, while Stall, if we're going by like current generations, there's like no offensive presence there. Like it's literally just like pivoting with free recovery from regen. Like regen Stall is very irritating. Like pretty much all the opponent does is just like chip everything down with knockoff plus like toxic spam, and just kind of face things around with spikes. While this team doesn't really have that, or while GSC stall isn't really like that per se, like there's a little bit more offense going on. But I guess the argument could be that the argument for this statement could be that, well, there are just less mons in GSC, so you don't have to worry about all the stuff that happens, or you don't have to worry about so much compared to like future generations or the newer generations, which is fair, which is definitely fair. But at the same time, GSC is a longer paced metagame, like much longer than even Sword and Shield. So yeah, and I guess you could even argue like the other gens too, like Gen 7 and even Gen 6. But yeah, again, Stall is just a lot stronger in those generations, just because like there's a lot more mons, and also there's abilities there too. So there's a luxury of that, while GSC just has like gigantic stats, and mons don't die in one hit too. Not like most mons don't die in one hit. So yeah, there's also that to factor in. But yeah, hopefully we get a game. That'd be pretty sick. But it is kind of late, so I don't know if we're gonna get a game. I mean, it's late for me. Like usually when I'm recording these GSC games, I usually can get a game in the morning. So I probably should record it in the morning, but had an appointment, so so I couldn't actually record in the morning. So my bad, my bad. Yeah, hopefully we get one. If not, then I'll probably just have to do some cut editing, and maybe just cut till we get a game. That might have to be the case, actually. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna cut until we get a game, and I guess I'll be right back. Alright, so we got a game, and this took quite a while. Okay, so Nidoking is kind of annoying, just because of potential sleep talk or potential lovely kiss. EQ is gonna do a lot. I think I'm okay. If this goes for sleep, I'm fine with that. I'll go for the HP water. So hopefully this goes for sleep. Okay, it misses, which is still fine. I can keep going for this until they miss, or until they keep missing. If they do go for the sleep, then we're fine. And they're dead. So Raikou just 1v1 Nidoking, which actually sucks. Yeah, okay, so Nidoking dies. That definitely sucks that he missed, but he has switch-ins. So Snorlax is in here. I can I'm gonna go for a Thunder, actually. Okay, so we Thunder here. We do some damage to it. We get a full para too. Oh, we actually did get a full para. I really want to go for Fortress and get my spikes down, but I'm just gonna keep Thundering to see what else they do next. So 29. Okay, I don't like where this game is going right now. I actually don't. Oh my goodness. Game, don't let him get it. Okay, good. Thank you for giving him something. I'm gonna go Fortress and get my spikes down. Let's see. Rest. I'm gonna have to hope that this isn't... Okay, they go Tar. That's fine. So Tar being in here is interesting. Doesn't really matter too much. I'm definitely not gonna stand here on a fire move, though. I know that for a fact. I can probably go... Actually, I can just set up with Lax, technically. I'll go Lax right now, since they're gonna Fire Blast. Yeah, and they miss, unfortunately. I'm gonna start cursing. I want to see if they have Roar or not. Usually they do run Roar. They go Machamp. Okay, this does not work out for them unless they crit me, which they don't. And Double Edge will do a lot to them. So they can potentially kill me with the next hit. What I'm gonna do is actually go into Raikou here, since I live Cross Chop, and I'm just gonna Thunder again. Yeah, we'll just Thunder here. They have to go back into Lax, or they have to dodge. Yeah, so they go back into Lax there. Go for Thunder there. They can get a potential sleep roll. And maybe get a, yeah, they're gonna go for their sleep roll. I wonder, okay, so they're running Rest Sleep Talk, which means that they may end up being like Cursed Double Edge like mine. If that's the case, then we hardwall them with Skarmory. Also we hardwall them with Tar too, if that's also the case too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go tar right now and see what they are. Are you actually double-edged flamethrower, or are you curse? Body slam, that might be curse. That might be curse EQ then, or body slam EQ. If that's the case, then I'll still keep phasing it. Okay, so Machamp's taking more chip, which is good, which means that next time it comes in, it's gonna die to slot. Okay. I can still make the fortress play, actually. So I'll go for it as soon as they're gonna do that, and I'll just spin here. And I'll toxic here. So we get the toxic off, hopefully we do. Sweet. Now they have to keep going for spikes, but I also have Starmie, so this isn't that big of a deal. In fact, Starmie is pretty much going to be sweeping here soon. Well, not soonish, or not soon, but they can't exactly defend against us very well. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna go for the spin here in case they try and spike. Yeah, they're not gonna be able to do that. So they'll probably try and surf now. Which if they do, I'll go Raikou now in case they surf. Alright, cool, and we can just Thunder here. So that was kind of a risk. I was definitely really risky there, but this is fine. I'll rest here since I know they're going to EQ. Unless they actually are curse. Okay, so they missed their sleep talk there. I'm going to go into Skarmory and scout for the... yeah, okay, so they're cursed. Yeah, so we definitely hard wall it with Tar and also with this too. So we just whirlwind it. They go for body slam, and Cloyster's back in, which isn't great actually. But I can go Starmie here pretty safely and just go for sub. Since they're gonna try and like surf me down, so they go for their spike. I can just sub here now, and we just spin here forever. So they go for boom. Well, not spin here forever, but you know what I mean. Zapdos comes in. I still have Raikou, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And I can still spin on whatever I want, especially on Lax, since Lax can't even do anything. So I can go Raikou here pretty safely since all they can do is go for Thunder. Yeah. And we just sleep talk here. So they're gonna either commit to Thundering or they're gonna go Tar. Actually, they can't even go Tar. They still have to go Lax. Let's see. Lax is gonna take. It's not that bad. It's definitely not that bad. We could just keep Thundering, or we can Thunder here still. But as you can see, Zapdos' like Raikou's job really is just to hard wall Zapdos. So that's why this mon is very important for stall teams. Technically, you can like kind of what's the word? You can kind of can't think of the word right now. You can pivot between Zapdos and or not Zapdos, Raikou and Lax, since Thunder from Zapdos or Thunder from Raikou does around 30%. While against Zapdos it does like a little over 30. You can still kind of pivot between them. Granted, I don't want to do that since Lax is already worn down. This is why this mon's like very key here. So we get a Thunder off, we do a lot to it. We get a full pair as well. They go for Thunder again, and I can just keep doing this until we get another roll. But yeah, they either just stay in here and go for rest. Okay, so we get a full rest, which means that we have to reroll, which is fine. They go for Thunder again. We're gonna keep doing this until we get a Thunder off. Because they're probably gonna keep doing this until they get their Thunder. So we HP water for some chip. They're gonna rest here. Okay, they're not. They're going all in, which I'm fine with. I don't really care. They're throwing out Machamp, which is fine. I don't know why they did that, but they did it. So okay, no, they were hoping that would happen. That's what it was. I can go Starmie here safely because they're not killing me with anything. Not even that. We can just recover here. Even if they have HP bug, it doesn't matter. Alright, now I just spin here. So we could spin here. We could just surf that. So that's dead. So goodbye Machamp. They have to go Lax down and set up again, or even go Zapdos. Now we can just phase this out with Tar. So I'll just do that. So they go Body Slam, and we just phase still. And that's game. I know this wasn't the best game since my opponent was pretty low, but nobody seems to be playing GSC at the moment, so it kind of is what it is. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. The ladder is kind of dead at this time. But still, I think this was a good example of why a team like this just kind of bodies offense like this, because there's just so many tools that just kind of hinder offense. Like again, you have your sleep. Like this team has a lot of sleep absorbers. Well, actually no, it's only 3 sleep absorbers, but there's better stall teams that have sleep absorbers like Rest Talk. I think it's actually Rest Talk Suicune or Rest Talk Reiku's, both of them. That's on like B stall. There's also again Rest Talk Lax, of course. Um, which is much better for stall than maybe like Curse Rest, in my opinion, anyway. But yeah, let's see if we get a game. Again, if we don't get another game, then I guess I'll just be the live. I guess I'll just be the live. I really need to record these earlier, man. I have to. But yeah, it sucks that my opponent got my opponent missed his lovely kisses. Even if he did land them, it didn't matter because again, we could still reroll. What's it called? Reroll the rest, but definitely if they got the lovely kiss down early, or the lovely kiss down on turn 1, it would have been a little bit harder for us to get around it. Because as you can see, Nidoking kind of put some pressure on me, but at the same time, my Lax kind of puts pressure on them, and EQ only does like EQ from Nidoking does like I think 32% to it, so we just curse on it, and we just keep double edging it. So technically, we would have been fine against it, and he would have had to, you know, roam me out with Tar, since that was his only answer for Lax anyway. So yeah, again, that's what I'm assuming that his team had. But yeah, let's see. Let's do the calc real quick, just so you guys can actually see how much EQ does to Lax from Nidoking. It does very little damage. So Lax versus Nidoking. Yeah, EQ does 24 to 30%. This Mon is ridiculous, man. I don't know what when the developers for GSC for Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal were making Snorlax, I don't know what kind of stuff they were smoking, but they made this Mon broken as hell. Like Lax really is the most busted Mon in GSC because it just beats Resist. Like, how many Mons do you know that beat Resist like this? Like, it's insane. Lax is just that ridiculous, man. That's why this Mon is on every GSC team. Just because of that. It's like a necessity. You need this Mon. You need this Mon to do anything with, or to do anything in your games. So yeah, I mean, there are teams that can function without Lax, but those teams are very rare. Like, super rare. In the right hands, of course. In the capable hands. But yeah, or I mean the more experienced hands, but yeah, hopefully we get a game. That'd be pretty sweet if we get a game, but if we don't, well, like, I guess that's the end of the live. That sucks, man. Yeah, you know what, next time I'm gonna record this in the morning, because I get more GSC games in the morning than I do in the afternoon. My afternoon, I mean. Like, for some reason in the morning, there's better games, so yeah, I guess it's all the time zones and everything, because I think people in the morning, or in my morning is probably, like, different for other people. So, or other players, like, other players on Showdown, of course. So yeah, again, if we don't get a game, that's that. I actually do plan on doing another, we got a game that's quick. Well, not quick, but you know what I mean. I actually plan on doing another versus again, with Cherry. So I'm probably gonna do that sometime by the end of this week, so that way you guys can have some more GSC content, and also, you know, more talk from a more experienced GSC player too. So that'll be a lot of fun, and hope you guys are gonna be looking forward to that. So I'll give my opponent to have fun. Let's see. So I do like HP watering, so I will HP water. If they do go for their sleep, I'm fine with it. I'll just commit to the HP water for the chip. The chip is good. They go for EQ first, that's fine. I can actually afford that. I'm gonna go for rest. I want to see if they go for EQ again, or if they go for Lovely Kiss this time. They go for EQ again, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going Starmie this time. Hopefully they don't go for Lovely. Okay, they go for for EQ. I can just sub here pretty safely. Great, I shouldn't have rested with Reiki. That was actually a bad play. That was a really bad play. I didn't have to do that. But now that I know that they committed to that, that's good. I'll just surf. Actually, I'm gonna recover. Recover here to keep this thing healthy. They go Lax. Okay, so we get to get some surf damage on this, which is worth it. Definitely worth it. So we get 21%, which isn't that bad. They go for curse. I have to go into Skarmory here. Double edge. Okay, so they're double edge curse, which is good to know. That means that they're EQ, which means that we hard wall it. So I can just force this out. Since they're gonna go into either, I'm gonna whirlwind since they're gonna do that again. Okay, they get some damage on me. They're gonna thunder here. So this is kind of the scary part. But it's fine. I can go into Skarmory, or I can go Lax here pretty safely. So I'll go into my own Lax. See what they do next. Probably will Lovely Kiss. So since they'll Lovely Kiss, I could also go Starmie too, since Starmie can at least chew a Thunder. But I don't think that's really necessary at the moment. So I'll just commit to this. Just go Lax here as they go for Thunder and miss. And I'll just go for Double Edge for the damage. So they go for Lovely Kiss. We can just Sleep Talk here. And they're probably going to try and set up. Okay, yeah, so yeah, like I saw, EQ doesn't do very much. And they do get that, though. That's another thing I don't like. Or I mean, well, I do like it because... No, actually, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like how... I don't like the sleep rolls, man. The sleep rolls are very, very random. So you could wake up on turn 1 or you could wake up on turn 6. I'll go for Double Edge again. They go for it again. We're going to go for Sleep Talk again. Hopefully we get a Curse or Double Edge again. That would be really good. But so far my opponent's doing a good job of pressuring me with Nidoking. Alright, you know what? I'm going to rest here in case they miss. I'm just going to do it. They go Cloy. Okay, so they want immediate pressure now. Or immediate, yeah, they want the immediate pressure. So I can still... Now I'm going Fortress right now on their Spike. Okay. And I'm going to go for Toxic first. They go Zapdos, which is fine. I'll take that. Actually, that's bad. They made a good play. They actually made a good play there. Because I can't recover with Raikou. Well, I can still recover with Raikou, but I have to take like 12%. So I need to spin here. I shouldn't spin here, but I'm probably forced to. Okay, yeah, this is actually kind of tough. Yeah, I messed up going for rest. That was a bad play on my end. That was a really bad play on my end. I thought they'd commit to Lovely Kiss, but EQ makes sense. I'll go Lax since I have to. And they're probably gonna go for Thunder, okay, which is fine. Go for Sleep Talk and try and go for a Double Edge. They're definitely rest on this, so they're gonna just go for rest on my play. On my Sleep Talk. So hopefully we get a Double Edge. That'd be perfect. Let's see. So I actually re-rolled rest, which means I'm outside of their Lovely Kiss now, which is good. Which means that I can wake up in 2 turns now. So that's good. Double Edge is still fine here, so I'm gonna commit to it. But yeah, this game got very close. Or this game's gonna be very close, actually. Yeah, this game's gonna be very close. Let's see. They go Tar. Okay, that's good to know. So they have a Tar there. We get Double Edge off, which is decent damage. I'm gonna go for it again. They go for Sly, which is fine. If we get a Curse, this is good, because we can just kind of keep getting chip on this. I'll Curse here. I'm gonna see if they're actually Roar. Are you Roar on this? If you are, then cool. If you aren't, then Double Edge is free. So I will commit to the Double Edge play. I'm definitely going to commit to it. I think on a team like this. Okay, so let's see. We get a Curse there. I am going to rest here in case they go into... Okay, they're going to roar me out. That's fine. I don't mind that. So they roar me. Don't be Raikou good. I can just surf here now. So I'll surf for the chip. They have to go back in the Lax. So on their Lax play, or even on Zapdos, that's still good too, because the damage can still be useful. They go Lax, which I'm fine with. I'm thinking about going... I could go Fori, actually. They can't be Cursed Flamethrower. That doesn't make sense. Skarmory's also still fine, too. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a lot closer than I thought it'd be. Also, I really need that spike down, too. That's kind of the hard part. The hard part at the moment. I'm going to go Skarmy anyway. If they go for Zapdos, they made a good play. Okay, so they go for Double Edge. This is tough. I'll rest anyway. Since they're going to go Zapdos. Okay, they're going to curse, which is fine. Or no, they're going to just keep doing that. That's still fine. I don't really think this is the best play for them. They go Nidoking, which is fine. So, what do we get? We get a curse. That's not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted. I did not want curse there. Going into Lax here. As they're going to go for Ice Beam, which is fine. Go for our Double Edge here. Let's see. They will Cloy again. So they're going to try and Boom now. Which is not the best thing. But we do get a rest. We do get a curse there. So we're not going to die to Boom. Which means I can still Sleep Talk again. So if they go for Surf, which is better. Hopefully we get another curse. That'll be good. We get a rest. This is still fine. They're not killing me with Boom. They go Tar there. So let's see if we get a Double Edge or a curse. Curse, that's fine. Can we get... I'm wasting Sleep Talks, which is bad. It's very bad, actually. I'm still gonna go for it. They're not rest on this. So let's see. Damn it. Okay, so they're gonna phase me out again. Going Starmie. I'm gonna spin now. Have to spin here. They're probably gonna just... Yeah, they slide. I did a lot. I'll spin. They're probably gonna go Cloy. Or do they have Crunch? No way they have Crunch. I doubt it. Suit's not killing me. Neither is EQ. They have to have Fire Blast to hit a Steel type. So we can get a free spin here. They go Zapdos. Good play on their end. Now I can go Raikou pretty safely. So I'll do it now. Let's see. They go for Thunder. Okay, never mind. I shouldn't have done it there. Definitely shouldn't have done it there. I still have to go for it. So let's see if we get a rest. Can we? Damn it. Okay, they missed. That's good. That's very good. Yeah, Thunder does so much. But they're not killing me though, which is good. I have to go for it again. Can we get it? Yes, we can. Okay, so Raikou's alive, which is important. That's very, very important that this Mon's alive. And they have to take damage, which is still good. So they're probably gonna go back into Nidoking. Not yet though. They're gonna... No, they probably can go back into Nidoking. Let's see. Still gonna go for Sleep Talk. Hopefully we get Thunder. We miss, which is kind of bad, and they rest there, so this is fine. I'll go 4 now and get a Spike. Hopefully they don't go. This is still fine actually. I can Spike now. Because they're not Fire Move on this. No way. They're definitely Curse EQ. So Spikes are still good here. They're still very, very good here. They go Cloy. I can Toxic now. Alright, cool. Now we just spin. Pretty freely. Unless they have Gengar, which they don't. So we're fine. And I can probably just go into Starmie now. But they might want that. Nah. Starmie's fine. I can go Starmie here on their Surf. Yeah, and I can just sub here now. And now we Hardwall Cloister. So they have to go for Boom or Spike. If they Spike, we still spin. So this is why Starmie's good. Because it just hardwalls this variant of Cloister very easily. They're forced to Boom. Or Spike. Which again, if they do Spike, they have to take Spike damage on their own. Or of their own anyway. And I get to recover on their Lax. So that's why this is very, very important. So they get to go for Spike. We just spin here anyway. As they go Lax. And we just recover here on their Curse. Or on their Double Edge. And next time Cloister comes in, it has to take Spike damage plus Poison. So that's like 12% already. So they go for their Curse. We go lax and we just, again, keep phasing this. So, let's see what we get. Do we get whirlwind or do we get a curse? Hopefully it's not curse. I really hope it's not curse. I would like a whirlwind instead. Again, the chip is really good. The chip is very, very good. So let's see. How will my opponent play around this? What will they do? What will they do? They go Zapdos, which is fine. Do we get a whirlwind? We do get a whirlwind. And this Nidoking. Which I'm fine with. We go lax here. As a thunder. And I can just go for a double edge here. Actually, I can curse. Curse is better. I'll curse. Chloe. That's not what I wanted to do. That was the play I should have made. But they have to go for spikes, and we can still spin. So I just double edge. Granted, they can go Natar too. So they may end up doing that. This is still fine. Because this is dead now. And we can spin anyway. So we have 2 ways to spin. And they have to go in the Machamp, actually. Okay. So I can double edge here on their curse. Still. I could have cursed again. That might be a little bit better. But I want the damage on this. I think the damage is worth it. Because now we'll be able to kind of break him with Starmie. We should be able to. They go Tar, actually. Okay, that's fine. So they're gonna waste a double edge. That was smart on their end to do that. But I can just keep committing to this. I'll keep double edging for the damage. Since I know that they don't have rest on this. Yeah, so if we get Starmie, we get Raikou, which is still fine. I'm going into Starmie since I know we can take EQ. They have it. Lax comes in, which is actually the smart play on their end. And, I'm actually going to spin. I'll spin here since we're not down to double edge, and they have to curse anyway. Oh, they actually did that. Okay, that's fine. So, now we go Skarmory, and we just hardwall this. So, we can whirlwind this out now. Force him to go back into Zapdos and take more chip. So Zapdos is in. Machamp comes in. It might have Fire Blast. But Fire Blast shouldn't kill me. Raikou hasn't wasted a sleep turn yet. Does Fire Blast actually knock this out? I don't think it does. I don't think it knocks out Skarmory from Machamp. Machamp usually carries Fire Blast to hit Skarmory. Now let's see how much Fire Blast does. So usually they do run it. Fire Blast does 48 to 58%, or 49 to 58%. We rest on Lax anyway. This is fine. Okay, they don't have it. That's good. That's very good to know. So we just phase this out again. Get more chip on everything. And, I can just, curse here, actually. In case you want to go for double edge again. Actually, I can rest. I'll rest here in case you want to go Nidoking. This is still fine. Now we can actually avoid the Lovely Kiss. I can go back into Raikou and we just apply pressure with Thunder again. So if they get a Thunder off, they go for rest again. I can waste a turn here pretty safely. They go Nidoking there, and I can go right back into Lax on their Lovely Kiss or EQ. That's so fine, and we just double edge here. So we're still in the better spot at the moment. Again, Tar's getting chipped, which is what I want. They go Lovely Kiss there. That's fine. I can just again Sleep Talk again. Okay, 29%. If we get a rest, then we can re-roll it. We get Curse. That's still fine. But I am wasting. I kind of wasted my Sleep Talks a lot. I really did. This could still be kind of bad for us. I'll still go for it anyway. Okay, 19%. Can we get a rest though? We get double edge. We get a crit. That's kind of bad actually, but we won anyway. Okay, all right. That was a interesting game. GG's to my opponent. They actually played it really well. I can't lie. They actually played it pretty well. We 6-0'd, and yeah. Again, this is the reason why stall is like, or this variant of stall. The reason why this variant of stall is just kind of good because you have two ways to remove spikes in Starmie and with Fortress. Not only that, Starmie applies offensive pressure to this team because as you can see, my opponent has no way to answer Starmie at all. For one, Machamp actually gets worn down pretty quickly, and even if they have HP bug, it doesn't even kill anyway. So I'll show you how much Starmie can do to Machamp, even with Surf. With Surf, it can do 29 to 35%. So with Surf plus spike damage, that's almost like that's almost 50%. So that basically can die in two actually. Yeah, that can basically die. Well, in three to be more exact. But so that surf damage is very, very solid if it's not running HP bug. Or yeah, if it's not running HP bug, then this just hard walls it. But if it is, then well, the HP bug damage is relatively good. Hold on, let me find hidden power bug. Yeah, it does 41 to 48%. So they'd be forced to curse up. Which means that, and also again, uh, since they were most likely cursed HP bug, they still had a chance to actually break me. They definitely did. It would have came down to whether or not well actually yeah, it would have came down to if they cursed up and if they got their damage off on me. And again, surf damage, if they did go for their curse at +1, it would have done yeah, 61 to 72%. That's still quite a lot. So they still would have had a way to kind of break through Zapdos or break through Starmie, but they didn't apply enough pressure against Starmie. Well, actually, they didn't even know I had Starmie until like later in the game, so there's that to account for. But also, they can't apply offensive pressure to me with Lax being hardwalled by Skarmory, being hardwalled by even Fortress. Well, not really Fortress. Again, Fortress kind of dies to Lax anyway, but they can get hardwalled by Tar too, and we didn't even reveal the Tar. So there was that too. Well, actually, this one was a double edge EQ though, which again we still checked with Lax or checked with Skarmory anyway. So there's that. In some cases, drill pick is kind of better because you want to be able to hit Machamp. But actually, it's funny. Originally, this team did have drill pick, but I wanted to change it to a Rowan because I was just fighting some matchups where drill peck wasn't really doing anything for me. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna run whirlwind so I can get some more phasing going. And honestly, double phasing is still pretty good, especially when you have double spin too. Then it kind of evens out in a way. But yeah, the team put in work. And that's gonna be that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this live. Again, if you guys did, I know this wasn't the best live because there weren't really a lot of people playing. Like we only got 2 games. But and also this was actually a pretty actually it was not even. Oh, never mind. I got another game. I had to get one more game just because I got greedy. I got a little greedy. I just wanted to see if we actually did get a game, but we actually did get one. So cool. It was unexpected, but you know what? We take those. So Raikou versus Raikou. This is a matchup where I could throw off Thunder, but I don't have to. I'll just go for HP Water for the damage as they go Lax there. So we revealed the Lax, which is good. The fact they revealed it. Well, actually, we don't know if it's EQ yet, but we're gonna find out soon. What I'm gonna do here is honestly, well, going Lax doesn't really work here. But EQ only does 48 to 58%, so we can take EQ if they do have it. Double Edge though, Double Edge's gonna do like up to 60. I'll still go Skarmory just to see if they have Fire Move. Curse, okay, they're definitely not Fire Move, so we can just roll one this out. Unless with like Curse Flamethrower, but that's not a set. That's not a set at all. So we can force this out. They don't have to go for Double Edge. They can just go Raikou, and we can reveal the other 2 mons that they have. So let's see what they do. I'm surprised they didn't just go for damage, but they might be kind of new. So I definitely think Thunder would have been better here. Oh, he knows about Cherry. That's cool. So he knows about Cherry. That's really okay. Then that means he might know this team. Body Slam. Okay, Raikou comes in. We go Raikou here. They're switch back into Lax, or in case it is Thunder, which they do. I'm not gonna Thunder back, just get damage on Lax. Not like it really matters since it already recovered, but we go for Thunder and Mist too. They go for Thunder and Land. Going back on the Lax actually. So go for Thunder there. We're gonna double edge here for the damage on the Lax. Also, just to reveal if they have a resist. If they have a resist, then we're gonna know right now. Well, that's not really a resist, but it does take it somewhat well. What I could actually do is go into Fortress now and get my spike down. So they go for their spikes there. I'll go for my spike and see if they have a ghost. If they have a ghost, we're gonna find out right now. Honestly, I think Toxic is better. I'll go for Toxic first. They go for Surf there. That's fine. We get the Toxic and we landed, which is great. Also go for my spike as they boom, and I don't know why they did that. Oh right, I don't get my spike. And they did have Gengar too. Okay. We have we have Gar, which hard walls it. I'm not gonna go into it quite yet. I kind of want to see what they do first. I could probably go Raikou anyway if I want, but I don't. I'm kind of afraid of them being boom. I think they might actually be boom offense. Curse. They could be boom offense. Still go Tar anyway. Let's see. Do you go for the punch on the switch? Thunderbolt. We're fine. We just shoot this. So if they have it, they're gonna go for it. They do have it, but they're basically dead. So I can just shoot here again in case you want to switch. So this is a dead Gar. And they're gonna keep missing, which really sucks. They land though. And we hurt ourselves. That's kind of bad actually. It's really bad. Going Starmie here because we're not down to Thunderbolt. They made okay. That was kind of a good read. Okay, this is actually really bad. It's actually kind of bad right now. So double electric. We still have the Raikou, which can wall it. So there's that. But it's still kind of tough. I didn't get my spike down. I really needed my spike down. I should have done it. I should have done it, but they forced the boom, which was good on their end. Very good play actually. I could sub here, but I feel like they're gonna be Thunderbolt. I'll go Raikou anyway and see if they're Thunderbolt.